Hello, everyone. Welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot and Astrology, but no astrology today. I want to just look in and see how the debt ceiling deadline will go. It's coming up on September 30th. So, anyway, let me swap out cameras here and bring you over my table. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I am using Ciro Marchetti's Kipper, end of the century. So anyway, let me figure out how the best way to ask this question. Okay, how about, how will this go for us, the Democrats and Biden, with this threat to shut down the government, with this debt ceiling or limit, all this. You know, they're going to pull their tricks, right? So if the man card comes through, that's going to be, well, let's see, should it be? Now, if the man card comes through, I'll let that be, I'll assign that to McCarthy, and then we'll see how it's going to go for him. But the bottom line is, I want to know how it will go for us, because I mean, it didn't. His ploy didn't work last time. Biden didn't budge, and I don't think he's going to budge again this time. They're griping about defense spending over Ukraine, most likely, of course. What else? Oh yeah. Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene, yeah, I'm sure they'll come through. They are, so we'll see the players, and then we'll see how it's going to go for us. God. Because I'm just thinking of the shite show, right? When you've got little Miss Trader Greene and Matt Gaetz acting like they have the control when they don't. I don't think they do. But anyway, so they want to impeach Biden, and they also want a bunch of new border controls with more restrictions over immigration. So there's that. But do they really have any chance when our Senate is controlled by the Democrats? I kind of doubt it, but let's see. I'm going to let go of my bias, my even reasoning to get the cards to line up right. Just open it up to all possibilities, but only with knowing I want to see the truth of what's going to happen here. How's this going to go for us? And McCarthy. Okay. Well, that doesn't look too happy, does it? That would be sad news around getting the votes. Sad news, major problems around getting together, like working. This would be McCarthy being able to work with his inner circle. Yeah, because they're just trying to steal they're trying to suck up all the energy in the House chambers. And there are certain rules and regulations that they are bound to move forward by. Yeah, this doesn't look good for them. Okay. But let's see how it goes for us towards the end. Okay, some discovery. This is interesting. This would be our vote and the strategy, and I think we get what we need. But let's explore let's see how it's going to go. So they are going to throw down all their demands. That's their work. They're going to stick together. They've got their tight inner circle. This is Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz, and the other, rest of that gang. But they don't have, now there's this major distraction going on because I don't think they're going to get all the votes that they need. And that would have to be because they're probably going to lose George Santos. If he ends up pleading guilty to federal charges that are coming down on him, he's gone, right? And then Steve Scalise is taking a break for, he has some type of cancer treatment. And then there's some other dude, I can't remember, some dude in Utah who's, his seat's going to be empty, starting this next week. So they don't have the change. They don't have it. And the rules and regulations are that they have a certain amount of votes, right? Them are the rules. They're not going to get it. They can dream on about it, but they're not going to get it. I'm going to call this Marjorie Taylor Greene. Maybe Lauren Boebert's in there too. Yeah. There's a tremendous amount of negotiating going on within the inner circle. I'm going to call this courthouse card here the Democrats because, there's the power. I think. And it could also be that there's discovery. It's going to go back and forth for quite some time. There's going to be some, they're going to try to give and get. But let's see. If I read it from one angle. I mean, I do have the answer here, which is that we get what we want. And the strategy works because they don't have the votes. Yeah. So okay. This would be bringing, I know what this is. This is probably that 300 and some different bills that that the House GOP is trying to bring forward. But it's too risky. And no one likes it. It stinks, and it doesn't go anywhere. This is a painful loss for them. And this could be Matt Gaetz. This could be, McCarthy's card didn't come through. That's interesting. But there's no support for this ambition that they have going on. And this journey that they're on is too risky. And some people are leaving. Some people are leaving and won't even be there to take the vote. So his margin is down to nothing. And then here we are, because this is my answer card. We are given the right strategy that comes through. It comes down. So the change to the literal, the house, going in and out of the house, there are certain rules, and there's changes and negotiations and work, and there's all this strategy, but I don't see that it works for them. Let's see which cards were at the other end. Yeah, no. Despair for them. Because they're cheaters and we know it. Oh yeah, because they're with the money. Because we know where they get their money, right? Russia. Yeah, and their marriage. Let's do it this way. I'll just do it. Let's just focus on it from one way. And I'll just do a 9 box here, and let's just focus on how's it going to go for McCarthy? How's it going to go? Well, shit. You know what? Let's look at that, because he might be taken out. This might end up taking him down, because they have him by the short hairs, right? God. How's this going to go for McCarthy? And then I might do a separate one on how it's going to go for us, because like, maybe that wasn't the best way to do it, combining the whole thing. But let's see. How is this going to go for McCarthy? Okay. He has this strategy. Well, to get lots of money, lots of support, he's going to be like called to the table on it. He does have some unity, some support, younger and, well, this would be, I'm thinking this would be Matt Gaetz and then some older dude that supports him. But then when it comes to actual rules, okay, I think he's gonna acquiesce, because I originally was feeling like this card, if it came through, would be the Democrats. So it looks to me like maybe he's going to negotiate. Let me keep going a little bit. Marjorie Taylor Greene and her strategy. It might be that she goes ahead and aligns with him. Oh, no, here's his reputation and here he is. So him and his support. Oh, there's the lack. And then there's some change. I think he acquiesces to, I don't think he gets what he wants. This is a weird way to do it, but yeah, I honestly feel like he does. And then right here again with this card, I feel like he doesn't get the votes. He's got this big vision, but there's so many liars and cheaters, and it all comes out in this big vision that they're working on. He has his little inner circle, but there's so much distraction, and it's all about this poverty consciousness that they have. And then they can't change the actual rules, but I think we could say it's official that there's change for him. He is in more of a controlling position over here. He has some control over the change, but there are these rules that it doesn't, nah. Okay, let's see how it goes for us, for the Democrats. Let's see how it goes for Biden and his holding the hard line. Like he did last time, he just sat there and, no. I don't know, he might have gave up some little thing here and there, but it didn't go well for them last time at all. Meanwhile, there was all this infighting. Okay, how's this going to go for us? Is anything going to be held up? Are we going to be, missing? Are any government employees going to be missing their paychecks for a while, or Social Security or Medicare, anything like that? Are we going to have major problems or not? How's this going to go for us? Okay. So, inner circles, private chambers. I think there are rules addressing the real needs. Rules that expose the cheating and the lying. Oh, the Great Fortune card and Distant Horizons, so the big vision there. There's someone, now McCarthy comes through again, although, or maybe I should call this Biden because I was focusing in on us. Yeah, I should. Wasn't focused on at all on McCarthy for this one. And this is our abundance, even though, yeah, there's a little bit of risk. Oh, you know what this is? This would be funding for Ukraine. Okay, so there, you know what? It might be that there's a little bit of giving up some of the money that was earmarked for Ukraine, because Biden's down here, and there might be some little bit of some lessening of what's really needed in Ukraine that we're not giving. Let's keep going. Yeah, it's distracting, and it's distracting for Biden's inner circle. Biden is very concerned about it. Is having a hard time thinking about anything else when it gets down to the wire. And then there's restriction with the lying and cheating, and there's loyalty and partnership that creates something new out of this. How interesting. Oh, and if I were to keep going, well, might as well. So there's some give and take agreement. Are these fitting? Hold on. Okay, that should work. And then something's going to be put off out into the future. That's what's going on there. Okay. Strategy, legal issues. Yeah, it's not perfect. There's a little bit of a down patch. We're going to go through something rough, but then we're going to win. This is us. And if I were to keep going, it's like, yeah, there's all the discovery and the work. I think it's going to be gnarly. It's going to be gnarly, man, going through it. But we're going to be okay. But it's not going to be everything that we want. This restriction card here bothers me because this could be, well, but it Knight's up here. I think it has to do with, and it's hanging over Biden. This has to do with a restriction on what he wants to, what he had earmarked for Ukraine. I think he is going to give up a little bit on that. Or it could be, now, forgot about that. This is our immigration card as well. And with this card up above it, nah, I don't think so. It's like he can't figure out a way to and I mean, I don't know who can. It's just all over the world. It's an awful, so many people are being displaced. The immigration problem is still hanging over Biden. And it takes up a lot of his thought. And yeah, but then there are so many other people that are distracting and lying and cheating. And that bothers him too. That's like hanging down over him. This is going to be hard for him, but I think he's holding fast and he has support. He definitely has partnership and support. It's going to be a down patch for him, though. But we will prevail. This looks like we will prevail, but we're not going to like it as we get there, and it's going to take us back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in this long development. But the loyalty's there for Biden. Restriction also. He's not going to get what he wants. We're not going to get what we want completely. But as far as like a shutdown, like a major shutdown, well, I don't have the, I have restriction, but I don't have the fatality, the coffin card. What I do see is Ukraine and immigration issues that are the biggest problem. So, yeah. All right, well, I'll get this uploaded, and then, we might have to revisit it later in the next couple of weeks. But anyway, this is as of today, which is, it's 9/11. My heart goes out to anyone who is, still, anyone who lost a loved one. Man, we went through some awful times. It was just awful, awful, awful. Okay, thanks you guys. Take good care. Bye.